Oh, come the fuck on. Welcome to the wonderful world of Winds of Luck Arena, a game set in that most magical of time when sail and cannon owned the seas, and the mighty Caribbean was the great theater of the day. It's like that movie Pirates of the Caribbean, only I guess like the acting's a little better.
To use catapult, click on catapult icon, choose barrel you need, and then click on the target.
I wasn't aware that pirates used to sound like 11-year-old boys. So, on to what this game's all about. It's essentially a MOBA in which you play as a pirate ship, or ship of some description, and battle other ships for treasure in big multiplayer battles. If I had to make a comparison when it comes to gameplay, I'd say it was Assassin's Creed Black Flag's pirate ship sections. It's kind of reminiscent of that, although much less immersive and further drawn back. You've got your firing arcs on either side of the ship, various secondary weapons you can deploy at a button press, and you control the speed of your ship by letting off sail. So the gameplay itself isn't bad. It's pretty intuitive, it's fun to outmaneuver people and take people down, and it's really rewarding when you get like a really big kill streak and you take out a couple of ships. It's not bad. Unfortunately, that's about the last good thing I have to say about this game. So everybody gather around with your french fries, because I'm gonna pour out some salt! First off, look at this user interface. Just look at it. Keep your eyes on it. Stare deep into the abject chaos. Look at the total disregard for the flow. Look at the complete misunderstanding of how to build a UI. Something that greets the player and makes actual sense. Just look at the abject chaos as it takes away every last vestige of your mind. Watch it slowly degrade everything you've ever cared about. I mean, look at this shit. They've got a bunch of ship upgrade buttons over here, right next to the battle button here with your chat box, like right over here. And then you've got not one but two buttons that both take you to the same store. It doesn't make any sense, Captain. Not to mention that as the first thing the players actually see when they walk into the game, it's pretty terrifying and maddening. There's a lot going on here that players are not given any information on. And it basically is just an intimidating mess. As a side note to the UI stuff, there's also some graphics weirdness. Whereas earlier you might have noticed a couple of shots where they had weird letterboxing. Well, that's because when I went to the settings menu to increase my resolution so that I could record in 1080p, it wouldn't let me for some reason. It also wouldn't let me change the aspect ratio because it just decided that my aspect ratio was 4:3 and would not let me change that. I wound up having to reboot the game entirely before I could get into the settings menu and scale it up, which I didn't think to do immediately, because it's pretty rare where a game just decides your fucking aspect ratio is broken. And when you get into game, it's not that much better. The graphics look like they're something from a generation and a half ago, which isn't in itself a bad thing if you enjoy the gameplay. But then there's other stuff like weirdness of not knowing what killed you, which I showed you at the very beginning. There's no sort of kill cam. When you die, you just kind of float around the same spot until the end of the battle, and if you quit the battle too soon, you don't get rewards, which is bullshit. So you wind up sitting there for 10 minutes while two people duke it out over a fucking spawn point. The actual damage numbers are tiny and impossible to see, so even though you can check what you did damage to, whether it's crew or cannons or the hull, you can't really see it because the damage numbers are tiny, and motion blur blurs them, which is insanity to me. Not to mention the weirdness of needing two different currencies to unlock a new ship. You have to earn the money through games, and you have to earn fame. And you use the fame to unlock the ship, and then you use the money to unlock the ship. Why are there two currencies to unlock one ship? That's not even including the pay-to-play currency. But that, of course, takes us to the free-to-play system itself, which runs fairly similar to what you'd expect from, like, MechWarrior Online, where you purchase an external currency and then can use that currency to buy ships. Now, the only thing I really don't like about this is that there are some unique ships that can only be purchased with gold. And it even comes out and straight up tells you sometimes that that ship is really good and gives you other external bonuses which could affect the game. In fact, one of them has the most cannons in its class, which is, straight up saying, hey, this ship that you can only buy with gold is more powerful than most other ships in its class. Come on, guys. Come on. Also, what tier is this ship in? You say it's the best of tier 4, but then you say it's one of the best of tier 5. Are you saying that this tier 4 ship is better than a ship from tier 5? That's saying a lot, and this is a gold-only ship, so, To kind of sum this whole thing up, I guess the game is okay at its very core. The gameplay is fun to play for a little while, but everything around it is ranges from cluttered mess to straight up stupid. There's a lot of problems with this game. There's a substantial number of problems with this game, and I would not even say it's complete yet. There's some issues from UI to graphics to the very cores of the game to the free-to-play model. So unless you're a really hardcore fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, I would probably give this one a pass, because it's kind of bad. Hey, it's that douchebag you just listened to for a few minutes there. I just want to take a second to say thank you very much for watching this video. I always appreciate when you guys watch these videos. It means a lot to me because I love making them. If you enjoyed it, it would also mean a lot to me to like, subscribe, or comment. I love to hear from you guys because you're fantastic. I've got a couple of annotations with a couple of other videos I've done if you haven't gotten enough of my grating and adorable voice. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching again, and you have a great one. Hold up, one more good thing it did. Maybe want to play Black Flag again, a way better game.